you for the talk, and we'll never overlook.
I do my hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? My hair talk, check my nails.
Productions.
Hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
Hey everybody, and welcome to Chill Chatter Podcast. I am your girl Q.
I'm Kay.
It's just here.
And welcome. So we have a great treat for you all tonight. But before we get to that treat, we have to always ask, how was y'all week?
Oh, I'm going first. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of been a rough week for me. And my family, so to speak. So just kind of keep me and my family in your prayers. But other than that, Kamari enjoyed his first family homecoming, so I'm excited about that. That was a great way to end my weekend. But all in all, just taking life one day at a time. That's all I can do.
All right, Ish.
Well, she already mentioned it. It was FAMU homecoming. I didn't attend, but I am always going to rep my school no matter where I go. So y'all already know I'm in the airport every weekend. So I had to rep my Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University. I wore my colors. I wore my dad's swimming jacket. See his little swimming man right there. They didn't have a football one. He only got a swimming jacket, but he did both in college. And I always wear it homecoming weekend, honoring him. Naturally, they won finally after 4 whole weeks. They finally won. It was a space shoe game, it was another game. They just wore blue. I'm tired. I am tired, but I'm okay. Everything's all right.
That's what's up.
Wait, I got a little alfalfa going on.
I'm done. It never fails. Cute.
My week was very, very long. It was long. But transitioning into this new role at my job. Yeah, it's a lot, but definitely up for the challenge. It was something else I wanted to say. I forgot. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, it was a very long and eventful week. The week before I had a very long 72 hours. I'll never do that again. It definitely was worth it. As far as I was able to take some of my students on a few college tours. And then last week was the week before that was Bethune-Cookman's homecoming. So we was able to get us some Bethune grill.
Bethune.
And listen,
Bethune.
thank you for the experience because I had never been. So when she said, "Kay, let's slide to Bethune Grill and get some wings," I got to get me some wings first. I said, "Cool, I'm in. Let's go. Let's do it." I'm down for the.
And my Thune rode Titanic all the way to Orlando, so we can make sure we delivered Isha's Thune.
I had to give me some thunes.
So yeah, that was pretty much it. My daughter, she went to a retreat, all girls retreat, to Texas. She literally was in the middle of nowhere, and her highlight of that weekend was that she shot a BB gun.
What?
That was it. That's the only thing she talked about was how much fun it was shooting a BB gun.
Wow.
Yeah. But it was a great experience. I'm working with her to learn to be around other people. If you know what I mean. Being the only child, sister girl. I was praying for them people. Like, oh Lord.
Social, so I'm very proud of her.
Yes. She's an antisocial socialite. If you can understand what that is. So.
It's me.
That's her.
It's me. So I totally understand.
Yeah, she's an antisocial socialite. So she like to be on the scene, but she don't like to be on the scene.
That one down.
I could be in the building, but I'm sure gonna be in the back somewhere hiding.
That one right there in the corner.
Yeah.
That one right there at the bottom row.
And
That
she experienced her first probate, so she was really, really excited about that.
one.
So,
Oh my.
she experienced her first probate, so she was very, very excited about that. So, hearing her commentary about that was hilarious. But yes, that was it. That was my week. So, let's get to it, y'all.
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do
So
it.
we have we could call him a legend in the cheer game.
A
In the
vet.
Broward County, cheer game. We have a legend today that will be joining us. You all probably remember him from, winning state championships at Stranahan High School, home of the Mighty Dragons. And then he took his talents to, what was the name of
Court
the
Springs Charter.
court? Yeah,
Yep.
Court Springs Charter. Yes. And now he is on the coaching staff at Florida Atlantic University.
Go Owls.
Go Owls. So before,
That's your thing. Y'all actually do that?
Yeah, we actually do that. Yeah.
All right.
so without further ado, we are going to welcome Coach Ruben Johnson to the building. Hey, Ruben.
Hey, Ruben.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
So thank you so very much for joining us today. And I want to add, Coach Ruben is one of our faithfuls. He is always watching. He's always, having very a lot of information to share just off his experience and just overall. So we definitely appreciate you for supporting Cheer Chatter. And we're happy and thank you so very much for taking time to spend time with us today.
Thank you, guys.
All
I'm
right.
excited, a little nervous because I don't know what's getting ready to happen, but I'm
Listen,
here.
you
I'm
watched
excited.
enough of our episodes.
I did.
That's
So,
have.
just go with the flow. It's just going to go.
Got
However
it.
it go, it's just going to go.
All right.
So I think the first thing we always ask our guests is, what is your cheer story?
Mm-hmm.
So before I do that, can I get my thank yous out first?
Sure,
Go
go ahead.
ahead, by all means.
Because I don't want listen, Mama made it. I'm on a big screen. You see me? Well, I'm a church boy at heart, so I want to first like to give thanks to the Lord Jesus Christ who ahead of my life. Then I would like to thank my parents who gave birth to me. Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, Joanne and Peanut.
Hey.
I would like to thank my wife and my kids who allowed me to actually go out and share my gift to others, my gift and my talent.
All right.
And I would like to give my first coach, who was my cousin, Angel, who gave me the opportunity to coach at the cheer at Florida University, my alma mater, where I pledged and all that good stuff at. I would like to give Coach Sue and Coach Sent. When that's all the black, back in the day you had a lot of black all-stars and upcoming. They gave me an opportunity to coach as well. I want to give who else? Sam Goodman, who gave me an opportunity at Lotta Hill Lions. I'm going down the road. I have to. From at Lotta Hill, who like literally like my first really like stumping ground of actually coaching was at Lotta Hill. And then from Lotta Hill, Coach Sylvia from Stranahan gave me the opportunity to actually come in and showcase my talent at Stranahan High School, my alma mater as well, where I gave a whole decade, 10 years of my coaching experience there, where I won a lot of things there. I won state, regional, county, sectionals, all those good things at Stranahan High School. Also, I want to give Coach Rachel her flowers, who gave me the opportunity to coach at Court Springs Charter, which was different because I went into the tumbling arena when I left non-tumbling, which I love. I enjoyed that road there. I also want to give Rob Goldstein, Katia Goldstein at Cheer Florida, who they allowed me to come in, do my coaching as well. So I thank you guys as well for giving me a shot. Imani, who she was coaching at Cheer Florida, who I talked to a lot, but now she's up the road coaching at Brandon Fire. So she's up that way. I want to give her shot on her flowers. And then lastly, I want to give Coach Hector in the FAU community for bringing me in and welcoming me in at their program, and we having a good time. And lastly, I want to thank Broward County coaches that I've rubbed shoulders with and elbows with throughout the years. Not only Broward, Miami, Palm Beach, northern part of Florida, and outside of Florida, who I've encountered, got a lot of knowledge from. So I just want to give everybody thank yous now. And if I forgot anybody, charge it to my head and not my heart. And I thank y'all
Amen.
so much. Thank y'all, Chit Chatter as well. And y'all 3 years season, 3 seasons. So I'm excited for you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, I had to get that out. Sorry.
No, you
Listen.
fine. Listen, we gotta let you get all your give all your flowers out
While
because, like
while
you
people can smell
said,
them. Yeah.
no matter what's going on,
Absolutely.
we always have people that help us along the way. And if we don't just at minimum give them thank yous and that little bit of flowers, it's like we're doing a disjustice because we didn't do it by ourselves.
Yeah.
Nobody does it by themselves. So
Not at all.
definitely give out the flowers while you can.
Absolutely. So, Ruben, do you want to give us your cheer story, your background, and how you got started?
Okay, so well, I always knew how to tumble growing up. If you lived in Sunland growing up, it was a hill.
Okay.
It was no training. It was you just threw yourself over and you just try to and you hopefully you made it. If you go home crying to mama, she already knew what happened.
You live to try it
You
again.
have to try it again. So growing
Absolutely.
up, seeing my brothers them tumble, flipping all through the parks and coming down the hill, I said I want to try it. So I learned how to do that. I was self-taught doing that. And then my cousin who knew I was coming to Florida Memorial, and she said, I know you tumble. Get some of your homeboys and some of y'all friends to come cheer on the squad. I give y'all book money. When we heard money, and you said, because books ain't cheap in college. So she's like, well, I give y'all a book voucher, $1,000 each person. It'll cover up your semester, and you'll get it each semester. So I was like, hey, y'all come. Y'all know how to flip. You 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 know how to flip. We got boys from the Beans, from the Scots, from Lincoln Field, Overtown. So you can just imagine who was on the squad because now they thinking, I'm going to get this money.
Absolutely.
You got some from Broward and Palm Beach who was at the school at that time. They wasn't fortunate enough to actually get books, but they were admitted to Florida Memorial. So like, come on. So at that time, it was like 13 boys.
Okay.
And about 16 to 17 girls, who was a very large squad. And my cousin was excited. And so that was like my first run, like actually like hardcore cheering per se.
Nice.
And then I left. And then after that, I went into cheering all-star with Miami Elite at that time when it was with Nesta. And then it changed to Broward Elite. That's when I left. Because it changed to Broward Elite. They took away certain programs, certain teams from there. So I left from there. And then when I left from there, that's when I was like, okay, let me go to Top Gun. When I realized that drive from here to Killian, and my mama said, you not for the, and I was a college student. So mama was like, you're not for to burn my gas, going all the way deep down, a good 50-minute drive with my car. So I gave it a shot. I tried. I went to the tryouts. Everything went well, but I couldn't commit. So I was like, I can't do this. So other than that, like literally after that, and I tell people all the time, my cheer story of me cheering is so small, but my knowledge is so big because I made it my priority to rub shoulders. I said, you know what? I like this. This is very competitive. Let me see who I can connect with. To get the knowledge that I need, like let me hold hands with certain people, and I did that, and that's what when I tell people, they be like, so you ain't do a lot of cheering, so how you know a lot? Like literally, my cheer story goes beyond of me cheering. Like my little years of doing it and my years of coaching surpasses. So
That's
literally, it's my cheer
understandable.
story. It's very short of me actually cheering, but my knowledge.
So
Help me
you're
go.
a forever student in the cheer world.
Oh, did forever.
Nothing wrong
It's
with that.
crazy because like when I noticed that you were coaching, I was like, because People don't know this, but me and Ruben went to middle school together.
That's Miss NDK.
I knew you was gonna say it.
Sound about right, 'cause that
I had a nameplate that said Miss NDK, and anytime I would have my name on something, my mom didn't believe in putting my actual name.
It would
She
be full
always
name.
put our initials, so she put Miss NDK on everything. But that's what Ruben used to call me all the time. And we went to middle school together, and he didn't cheer. Obviously, we know he didn't cheer on the park. He didn't cheer at the school, like none of that. So I'm like, okay. Then he went to high school, didn't cheer at Stranahan because Dylan and Stranahan kind of close.
Mhm.
Didn't cheer, but I would see Ruben all the time, and then all of a sudden, boom. Ruben is like this major cheer person. Like, when did this happen? When did this happen? It was strange, but I loved it so much for you because you were always so enthused by cheer. And
Mhm.
that was kind of part of how we built our relationship
Yeah.
because you always complimented me on my cheering and
Mhm.
Lakes and what we had going on. Like, you always was in tune in a sense, but still not enough for me to be like, Ruben gonna go to college and cheer.
A little plug. When I was in middle school in the 90s with Naisha, no offense, Lakes was they probably still are. I don't really keep up with the little league stuff, but at that time of their prime, Lakes was the blank, blank,
course.
blank, blank, blank was the.
Mhm.
That's when
They
it
were
was
standard. They were the standard.
Sade, Tanika Ray.
Mhm.
It was Destiny. That
Mhm.
was like the group of girls that went to middle school with me. So I used to always see them with their lake stuff. And that's back in the day. They used to have they lakes little vests on, and then they used to wear button ups. See, that's when it was back in the old school,
Yep.
white button up. See, that's how I
Or
remember.
the real turtlenecks,
The
the one
real
you get
turtleneck.
at Walmart.
Oh,
The
But
real
yeah, so
turtleneck.
that's what that I did see that in everything. I'm like, oh man, y'all look so good. But in that time, they was cheering for William Dandy too. So they
Mhm.
whatever they did at Lakes, they brought it. Majority of the girls actually cheered at William Dandy with them, or they went to Parkway. So it was like mixed up between William Dandy and Parkway at that time. But yeah, I always just see him in compliment, like, man, y'all look good, y'all look good. And then when I did it in college, he was like, I was like, better thank that girl right there, because I would have did nothing. I would have did none of this thing. So my cousin Angel was like my first coach who said, do it. Come on, just tumble. I teach you everything else, and you just learn how to do it. And when I called on to it, was just like it came like natural to me. And I was like, man, I like doing it, but I like coaching it better. You can't pay me to do it. No, you can't pay me to go do no flip, no jump, anything, but I can teach it. But you can't pay me to do it. Nah.
I remember my first interaction with you was my first year coaching at
NBA.
Boyd Anderson.
Yep.
And we were at a competition, and my girls was doing a stunt that if I would have done it, it would have been illegal. And you told me what to do to make it legal.
I remember that, and I said I was gonna mention that too. You mentioned it. So we were at, I don't know what school, I think it was either Western, and we had to warm up in front of everybody. You know how they used to like take you in the back room to go warm up?
No.
In this competition,
Everybody
all the squads was trying to make their little spots.
Yep.
The throwback, because now everybody got different rooms and arena places you can go practice at. But everybody had to warm up on the main floor, and then you just seeing people just go. And I'm like intuitive, like I'm looking at everything, like what's going on. I'm not looking to see what you're doing if you're gonna beat me. I'm looking to make sure, like, is everything okay? Because I get my mind goes flustered when I see so many stunts going on, and I'm already focused on my girls going up, and I just look over. I said, oh no, they doing something. They doing it. I said, I know what they're doing, but it's illegal because they release it. They have to hold on. And I was like, you're doing a Baja, but your girls are not holding on to them. She's like, so what do they need to do, coach? And I was like, they have to hold on. I said, let me show you how to do it. And like literally, the girls looked at it, it's like, okay, I got it, and I catch on. And she's like, thank you so much. I'm always that type of coach. I never ever gatekeep. Never. I don't care if I competed against the best, because my thing is, I want the best to tell me too.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong in the back, I want somebody to tell me, hey, fix this. It's been told to me plenty of times to do things, and I make sure I've done it because I don't want to leave a bad impression on anybody. Like, I know everything. I'm arrogant. That is not me. So I was happy to actually help out.
So being that you mentioned that, we've had that discussion prior to on this podcast as far as legends and veteran coaches helping up and coming and new coaches with their cheer programs. So for you, what was the eye-opening moment for you as far as when you knew that, like you said, you were intuitive with helping others around you? What was your moment that was eye-opening for you that said to you, I'm better off helping others than worrying about just myself and my team?
The first year state, we was in the back room warming up. We did at that time in 2008. Yo-yos yo-yos were illegal, but I had them in my pyramid. Had 3 of them going. The guy, a UCA guy, came up and he said, "Beautiful pyramid. That is illegal. You have to change it." I was like, "We get ready to go. Like literally, we in warm-ups. We get ready to go on." I was like, "I got to change it." He's like, "You got to change it." So my first instinct was like, "Let me go ahead and change it." That's when it dinged on me. If somebody of that magnitude was able to come and help me, why little old me can't go help somebody else in the future when I know better?
Right.
And that's always been me. Like if I know something and I know it's not right, even from when we was at state, I went to Rutgers when one of the coaches they did a high to high when the high to highs was illegal. I said, "You got to change that because I know it's in a pyramid, but they not holding on to each other." She's in a full release mode. She's released. You got to make sure they connect. She's like, "Oh, thank you so much." And that always played in my back of my mind. 2008. And if my thing was, if I didn't change it, we would have got disqualified. Versus being the first black squad to even this is the inauguration year of the state to 2008 to getting second place. Like, because we went in finals, probably like 11th or 12th place.
It be that way sometimes.
It really do.
But we end up.
But you made it.
Because my thing was, I'm happy the man was able to tell me what you did was illegal, and it's gonna dock you. And I was like, you know what? I appreciate it. And I went to him afterwards. I said, "Thank you." He said, "No, I wouldn't want you guys that beautiful routine that you got give it a display in. No one be able to honor you for it because you're going to get disqualified." So
what are your thoughts? Okay, because I know at one point, even us being spectators, when we would go to the mini competitions, people started spotting. They started mocking the routine to the point where it's like, what's the point of having spectators if all y'all gonna be doing is counting, moving, and that's it, and doing the chill? How would you, if you were to take over many comps in Broward County, because I don't know how the other counties are doing it, but mainly in Broward County, if you were to take over the whole entire cheer, division, how would you do? How would you I guess set the competition season for each team?
So I don't agree with the spotting. If spectators are coming, you have to give them what they pay for. If they coming to see a routine, give it to them. I'm going to tell you this one time though. One time we Stranahan did it, and it was the only time. And the reason being, and it wasn't just us. It was us. Who else? I think it was Dillard was there. Ely Pollard was there.
I want to say I was at that competition. I mean, at that meeting.
And I think
it was almost everybody.
And I think because this was the thing. Because I think I ran my mouth when we got into the coaches meeting. It was probably, I think it had to be Piper as well. So you got to think about at that time, and that was like the heavy. You got to remember those are the big names
of the teams there back in those
programs during that time. So we got in a meeting. That's like I said, I'm listening. Y'all know Stranahan's we gonna mark, but I'm gonna do my pyramid and my dance. I'm not doing my opening. I'm not doing my sequence. I'm not doing my jumps. I'm not doing none of that. I'm doing pyramid and dance. They said, "Why?" I said, "Because this is the problem I have. You have people that are sitting in the audience from other places that we don't get a chance to really showcase what we want to do when we meet them or see them at big competitions, but they get to see it now. I don't think that's fair." And so they was like, "Okay, guess what? Majority of everybody jumped on the bandwagon." And I said, "You know what?" I said, even in my girls has heard about it. It's like, no, we want to do it. We want to do it. I said, a little bit. I said, I understand. I know our parents are here. They already came to our competition at the school. That's fine, but I don't want to display it. But now, do I agree with that? No. I feel like and I think why Broward County have right now they making the school pay for the judges because they know that when they paid for them, the judges was coming and getting paid for just sitting there and not judging the routine because nobody was actually doing it. So so if I pay you, why if I'm paying you as Broward County Athletic Association, I'm paying you as a judge, and you come back and tell me, hey, you paying me, but these teams are not performing, they're not doing anything. Okay, no problem. We're not going to use who we've been using for years to judge. Now the school have to pay for them because if you pay for them, now you'll see where your money's going. That's why Broward County did that, and I think that's why you. That's what you get. What you get now, teams are looking. That's why you may have athletic directors pushing it. You have to do a routine.
We got a new comment that says the district is paying for the judges this season.
That's probably because of what Ruben just said just now.
Mhm.
Now they're making them do the routine because they're paying for it now.
Mhm.
That's a good point. Okay, so you've been in this game for a minute.
20 years.
Long minute.
20.
I wasn't gonna put the years out there.
I got it on
Since
that
you got
20.
it. But the question would be, what have you noticed from the time you started coaching versus what you're seeing now? And do you think that it's gotten better or do you think it's declining in your professional opinion?
Okay, far as skill wise, it's definitely climbing. From 2008 all the way up to now. Like that's why I said coaching is definitely a learning tool. Like you got to continue learning to continue working on it. So I would say, far as skill wise, it definitely changed. But far as the camaraderie, it changed. As far as working together versus against each other. Like I feel like back then it was so, I would say, okay, in our little county, which we have a big county, but our county back in those days, like how me and Q just talked about, that was easy to do without me saying, hey, fix this. Okay, no problem. Now it's so competitive against the coaches part, not the talent part. Because my philosophy and my motto is let the big blue gonna tell the truth.
Yeah,
Amen.
it sure will.
So
It
what?
sure
So
will.
when I hit this music, you got 2 minutes and 30 seconds to prove yourself why you the baddest or why you here. So my thing is that's the thing that I think changed. Like I could have been in the arena. I can go dap up Ernest. I can go dap up anybody and say what's up, what's up. Who was Coach Tanya? So many coaches in Broward County, even from Miami, when we go to regionals in Palm Beach and we go to state, I can go hug the coach from West Nassau. Hey, what's up? How you doing? I can do those things. I've always lived to this motto. It doesn't matter how many rings or trophies that I have. I would rather have a clean face in this industry than to have all of that.
Better preach. That is
Because
a word.
if when I walk into a building, my name or anything is not plastered on anything that's not good. So I would rather have that. So that's why I said it has changed. And when it changed, I stepped out. And I stepped out at the right time. Because I saw the change, not just in the coaches, but the girls.
Yeah.
Because
I can definitely understand that part. But
it was different.
It's learned. Well, it goes back to what we said before. It's learned behavior. They just mimic what they see, or what they're being taught.
It's crazy that you're saying like normally I have a million and one questions, but I'm kind of taking a lot in. Because we haven't had this conversation with you. We didn't know like why your step back came, when like all of your history behind when you came in or how you came in. And for me, like, I'm really learning a lot by somebody that I actually, been knowing for a long time. So I'm
Very
just
long
kind of
time.
like, my leg, you can't see my legs, but my legs crossed. I'm kind of leaned to the side, and I'm
Oh, I seen you link to the
right
side.
now. I feel like I'm getting a documentary, and I'm loving it because like we said, you may not think about yourself as this, but we think about you as this, and I'm sure a lot more people in Broward County think
Thank
about
you. I
you as this.
appreciate it. To God
You
be.
are most definitely a Broward County legend. I'm
Absolutely.
I'm gonna take it a step forward. You're a South Florida legend.
I'll take it.
Um,
I'll take it. I receive
I
it.
might even could put you up to Florida, because when we think about it, your state championships,
Yes.
you have a great number of them. So yes,
Mhm.
we're gonna say you're definitely a Florida legend. And we don't have these talks with cheer coaches. We might hear about football coaches, basketball coaches, but we don't hear these things about cheer coaches and what they deal with, and the changes that they have to make, and the adjustments that they have to make, and all of the drama that they have to deal with. I mean, we talk about it because, in our short span of coaching and the levels that we coached on, we've experienced it. But someone like you, who see it and notice it on so many different levels, it feels good to know that it's relatable, it is connectable, and you got people that's coaching currently, or people that's on a lower level, maybe at some point looking to go to a higher level, that's able to listen to you and understand the importance of some of the smallest things,
Mhm.
like simply keeping your face clean,
Absolutely.
simply keeping your face clean, and
That's my
stepping
biggest.
out
That's
when
my
it does not
biggest.
align with your spirit.
That is my biggest thing. I tell people all the time. And that's like my, even when I talk to people, it's like, what is it? I said, I would rather have my face clean, because when I walk in any place, or if I say, hey, or they send me an invoice, I send it back. I get paid for what I asked for. I don't have no issue, because they already know who I am. So my thing is, I love medallions, I love rings, I love all those things, but I would rather have my face clean,
On the
so
scene.
that when I walk in any building or walk in any competition, all they're gonna say is, they ain't gotta say nothing. Just, there he go.
There you go.
Because it's just respected. Not even being arrogant. Because I don't coach high school no more, because I can talk now. So I don't coach little league no more, because I can talk now. But not even being arrogant or anything. But it's just that that's what it was, and that's what it still is. That's why I said certain coaches that I know, I'm not gonna call names, they can walk into different arenas and they face is clean, because they not like that. They they won many of competitions. I respect, when I say I respect everybody in the coaching world, especially in high school, what they have to deal with now with this new generation of coaching, and what it is, and like the new skills they have to have to even compete with the best of the best, not just in Florida, but when they go to nationals, what they got to deal with.
Mhm.
I commend you guys, because I've been there, I've lived it, I've coached it, and kudos to you guys.
Ernest being messy,
It's the
talking about all
comments
of
for
my.
me, okay? It's the comments for me, okay? So, being that you've seen it firsthand, you've dealt with it firsthand, what would you say now we got to congratulate you on becoming a part of the SAU staff. We were so excited for you when we saw it, and we
Yes.
literally were. I don't know if you saw our episode, but we kind of boasted and bragged about you when
Yeah,
it happened. So, being that you're now switching over to the college world, what would you say is now the difference between your experience with coaching high school to now crossing over into the college realm?
very simple. You dealing with adults, and you have to have the skill.
Mm, preach.
So it's not, I gotta call my mom, even though it's college, you still, it's still, they still 18,
It's still
19,
young,
20,
yeah.
21. They're still young. So it's
I
still
still call them kids.
of course, they still, it's still parental involvement, but you don't have to deal with them on that level like high school. And then whatever your requirement is to be on a squad, that's your requirement. So you don't have to backpedal. It's no such thing as trying out. Let me show you this skill. College is you have to have this skill, and now we're building on that skill that we already required.
Gotcha.
Versus high school, I got to take this itty bitty girl and try to form her into a flyer because she's really small. Versus she's trying out, she has the skills that what we're looking for, and now we need to build onto that skill. That is basically the transition that I'm dealing with.
That
And
seems like a lot more easier to deal with.
It is, but it comes with a lot still, though. It comes with a lot.
Now
still.
you have the arrogance because they were the best of the best on their team.
Yeah.
Now they on the college team, and they think they still gonna be the best of the best.
And
But baby, you got the best of the best on the team with you.
So we got world champions, we have summit champions, we have girls who won state. So everybody basically on the squad has won a major competition in their career. So when they come to college, now they're looking at each other.
Not
I remember you. I competed against you. Or we cheered together on the same all-star squad. Or you cheered against me when I was in high school, and we got girls from California. We got people from New York, Tennessee, Texas. So it's not all Florida bred, born and bred kids. So they from all the different places. So they know their mindset is I'm coming from all these different places. I'm in South Florida. What do I do with my talent? Now they know that they have to work on it because I just can't go back all the way home. I got to work now to stay here. So that's what I love about our program. I love it. I love it. I love it. Nobody can make me go back.
Well, is it safe to say that you are happy about having to build on skill instead of to create a skill?
I love creating.
Okay.
I was say because I was used to doing it at Stranahan. We never got the best bunch that came to our school. I still had to work on the building. So when people did see the girls, like, oh my God, your girls is good. Like if you understood what it looked like in August, the summertime, up to now February when we at state, that's just called hard work. That's just called the coaches are making sure they know what's going on, being in tune about what's current. So that was always my thing. And I always like to push myself above what I think is. Like I was trying to be so creative in everything that I've done, what I did.
I make this joke all the time when I look at the bases now. You coach with the traditional bases back in the days. That's what the bases were. They look like bases. Now you look at the bases, you don't know if they're a base, a flyer, a back spotter, hey girl.
Look like they the same size.
Everybody looks the same size, the same height. You were part of that crew that had those traditional bases. Those were the girls that when you saw them, you knew they were bases.
I always called them my they knew that no offense, I called them my little he-man. They already know, like, listen, everybody knew, especially on my squad, I know who your bases are. I know who your back spotters are. And I knew who your flyers are. It was like that. Now it is like that. Now you really don't know. But that's just that. I think that's just what it is. And guess what? The expectations are still the expectations. When you go to state, they're not looking at because you got small girls and you got giants. What are you putting on the floor?
Absolutely.
Hold on. I got to be a father at this moment.
I hear it. I hear it.
I love it.
And then he got off the screen.
You know what that means when he went off screen.
Listen, parenting is a never-ending thing. Never ending, okay? Never ending.
Love it. Listen, that's like Isha and Nigelique a couple weeks ago when Nigelique was yelling in the background.
On the game, just screaming, sir. I'm trying to elevate my life with this podcast. And you in the background screaming and cussing. Shut up.
I'm bad.
It's straight class. So,
Listen, we don't mind. You
At
make sure
all.
you parent.
Now, what you were saying, Q? I think I just got because yeah.
No, I was saying is that something that you're seeing now, and now that you're on the college level, that the bases and the flyers, everybody kind of interchanging. But your team is co-ed, correct?
It's small co-ed right now. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so since we on co-ed, cause y'all know I love me a male cheerleader.
Thanks.
I love me. My first question is.
I'm ready. I had to
I
come
do.
back.
Y'all know I have a special place in my heart for male cheerleaders. I
Yeah.
really do.
it's your
What? Okay, so what were your initial feelings when it was like I'm gonna go be a male cheerleader? Because during that time, it was kind of taboo.
Yeah.
So explain to me like your mental part of going into cheering as a male.
Well, you know, I attended the HBCU,
Mm-hmm.
so it was like a hit or miss. You didn't know. Like, but the thing was, at our school at that time, we wasn't called cheerleaders. We was called stuntmen.
Okay.
Okay, I can see that.
So
Let's
all
play
we
on words.
Understandable.
so it made she wanted to make it because you remember who I told you guys who was already on the squad. You
Mm-hmm.
got the Beans, the Scots, and Overtown, Liberty City, the
Mm-hmm.
Grove, P. Ryan. You got all these people, so you got them on the squad. So make it comfortable. It was just called stuntman. You was
Mm-hmm.
a stuntman. All she made it clear. All I need you to do was stunt. Lift a girl up, tumble across the mat if I need you, get your book money and go. And exactly how we played it. But I took advantage of it because I'm like, okay, this is actually kind of fun. But only, you know what I'm saying? But when she left, you know what I'm saying, when she left the program, it died down.
Yeah.
And everybody literally like went on their separate ways and just graduated.
Yeah.
But now I got to give it up to my HBCU because they're doing some great things at their program. But at that time, it wasn't like a taboo, like, hey, you chill. Like, no, I'm a stunt man. You got to put that out there with your chest. I'm a stunt man.
There's a
And-
difference.
And when they came to the games, you know, everybody saw like, oh man, y'all don't actually do all that, like for real. And everybody at the games knew our dances because we used to do sideline dances. And when the certain songs come on, and to this day, even for this homecoming now, when the songs came on, everybody was like, hey, let's go, Ruben, let's go do that. I'm like, I don't do that no more. I just coach, man. But yeah, it was definitely different. Like now it's accepted in any form.
Yeah.
Like when you look at it now, it's every school majority has, especially in Broward County, even in college, you're going to see a male cheerleader, and I love them. Long as they bring what's needed for the team. I need your strength. I need your power. I need your dedication. Because you remember, it's going to be more females on the squad than males anyway.
Mhm.
So you always got to take it for what it is. But I love male cheerleaders. I love male cheerleaders. Yes.
Yes.
He
And
does
so,
too.
like for you, as far as coaching, is it tougher to coach a male cheerleader? I mean, you never really had to coach a male cheerleader in the past, like in high school.
We had
But
a couple that tried out before.
Okay.
you said try it out, you ain't say make it.
Yeah, we had one that like actually made it and he stuck it out, but school was a lot going on at that time with school for him.
Got
Okay.
it.
So,
But-
well, in general, like now,
Yeah.
how like do you gravitate towards the men more because you were a male cheerleader?
Yeah.
Is it kind of even? Like, do you find yourself kind of giving them that extra? Like,
Of course, but you
love,
know what?
yeah.
I have an amazing coach that coach beside me. He's like a guru with this with male with co-ed stunning. So we work on that together. But he's like more on top of them than I am. I'm all girl. Give me the girl group, but I also we go flip flop. We'll flip flop. But the males on there, they already know that we tough on. We're like more hard on them than with the girls because we want you to be the tough ones. You got to lift more than anybody, and you lifting by yourself. So that is basically our biggest thing. But he's doing like we flip flop. So he's good at definitely with the co-ed part. That's like his big thing. Like we just had one of our guys go try out for Team USA. So he coaches him, got him prepared and all that stuff like that. So that is his forte. And I'm learning, like, I know the basics, I know certain skills, I can spot the skills, but as far as teaching a lot of those skills, I can't, but he can. So that's why. Oh, hey, Mr. Snyder, that's my girls. Them my girls right there. Mr. Snyder, let's go for her. We're rapping. For the rapper. Come on
a lot
now.
of love being shown. A lot of
I'm
love.
loving it. So
Because you also had a question about coaching
I
All
was
Star.
about to go there.
Yeah. Have you ever coached All-Star?
Okay, so let me go back. Okay, geez Louise. That's why I said I coached when I forgot what awesome, I think it was called Awesome All Stars. Let me, if anybody that remembered it if it had to be awesome, it was Awesome All Stars. It was Coach Sin and Pam and Coach Sue. They merged, I think they merged all together because it was like two Black All-Star programs and literally up the street and around the corner from each other. So I guess they decided let's merge it together. So I forgot the name, what it was called. So I coached that All-Star program, and then I won't even say that I coached there, but I helped out a while for a little bit. Was at Pride with Matt, like back when Matt first just started Pride. So that was that's like a little snippet. Thank you, Matt. You was a cool dude too. You definitely a cool dude. And then me being at being affiliated with Cheer Florida, singing it, and questions. Hey, Ruth, what you think? What you think? So they always ask me questions. I always gave my input when I see things that, hey, you should try this. Oh, I love this. And they always like my feedback. So me being around it, like hardcore being on somebody's roster and coaching, my life too busy for it. Because you gotta be very committed. Because All-Star is almost like a 3-4 times out the week and traveling out the week. Florida Extreme. That's Josh. That's Josh.
Yeah,
I coach with Josh.
I cheer Florida Extreme for a little bit.
See, I remember that. I remember those Cadell's Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember, but I don't. I never coached with them. I just knew it was a lot of the girls when Florida
I know
Extreme.
what you're talking about because I went to a couple of Coach Sense practices, but
now after Florida,
it was like I want to say it was around the time where I wasn't trying to do all that. I wasn't trying to do all that All-Star stuff. So I didn't continue, but I remember what you're talking about. But baby, don't let me tell you no name.
I don't remember the name.
I don't remember the name of somebody I might have talked to yesterday. So I definitely ain't remember no name of no All-Star team that I did not perform with.
But I didn't not Florida Extreme, but it was called Awesome. I know Awesome All-Stars, and then but it merged. And then it became something else, and I forgot the name of it. But that was the All-Star program that I did actually do back then.
Okay,
That's awesome.
So like another thing, because I think you like me, and I'm only judging this off what I've seen from your coaching.
Okay,
What was hit the mat? What is your OCD in your routines? Because me is spacing and timing.
So all
It's
like
other
literally
stuff too with you, man.
It is, but it be like stuff that happened in the moment that I can say. But spacing and timing, oh, it's real bad. It's real bad for me.
So I love stunting. So that was like I would sit back and be at home coming up with like what creative way I can do this, what ways I can do that. And me working with Stranahan for 10 years, being large, extra large for 9 of those years, because we did go small 1 year. And I did see a difference, like when you said spacing and stuff. When large, my pet peeve, I needed everybody to look like one person, which was like sometimes impossible with 26 to 30 girls on the mat to look like one person. And that was always I deemed on the score sheet. Look like one person. We see the jumps, but we could see people in the back hiding. Look like one, and that was my pet peeve. Like I don't care if you was a stick or you was big as a tree. It doesn't matter to me. Tall as a tree, whatever it is. You need to jump and get up there because the judges see it. They see the feet. So I was stickler on like the spacing and the timing as well. But when we went small, it felt like a breath of fresh air because I didn't have to do all that. Because now I only got to worry about whatever. I forgot how many girls was on the mat. 14 to 15 at that time. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. On the 3 stunt groups.
Yeah.
And only this many people on the floor, I can work with this. And then when I went to charter, it was never like, okay, I can deal with it because now I don't mind staying small because it looks so much better when you're smaller. But you have to put in the work to make everybody look good as one if you want to go on that larger, extra large rim. And the team that does it for me in that extra large all girl varsity is Lake Mary.
Yes.
Very like that's why I say it's a lot of teams I have in my back pocket that I always watch for years.
I love Lake Mary.
With they 8 peak is it that's the reason why, because they stick their guns, they know what it looks like, and they mastered that everybody looks like one.
Yeah.
Like small schools like Bishop Snyder, they look very good small. Very good
And
small.
West Nassau as well looks very good small.
So that's what I said. So you had Miramar once upon a time when they first came in, it was extra large and large. Now she's small. They look really good small. Some people know their niche.
Yeah.
And you just have to go
all
there.
the time. We say that all the time.
And you got some teams like a West Broward who's been extra large, medium, you know what I'm saying? Now maybe small, I don't know. But they've been there. So now they just like, hey, this is our niche. That's what we need. That's what we're going to be. So it's all about what's in the now. You have to work with what you have. If you got 26 girls and 26 are really good, you just know that you got to clean up 26.
So being that we're talking about teams, let's have a little fun, shall we?
We can have fun.
Tell us your top 5 teams that you look for every year at competition.
Which one now? You talking about Florida or you talking about other places?
Well, I will be talking about Florida, of course.
Okay. Ooh,
Well,
Lord,
I want to know the other places too, because
I know, but
I don't have my top.
I don't know the other states at this moment. We're getting there.
Okay.
But I'm just saying. Somebody backed me up. They said in Broward County.
In Broward County, okay. I see certified game over girls. All right. Ooh, Lord, top 5.
So we'll go Broward County first, then we'll go Florida.
Okay, y'all already say Broward County.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That should be easy.
Give me, and I'm gonna go by years. I'm not gonna go like current.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna go to the year that I thought that's me. I'm all about.
Okay.
I remember this year because I remember like either if I'm wrong on that year, anybody in the chat correct me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 1 is Stranahan.
Which year?
Us being the first black squad in 2014 to win state. We was the starters. So I give that, okay? Ooh. Give me I'm trying to see if it was 14 or 13 or 15. It's one of those years, either 13, 14, or 15 of West Nassau, their routine. It was I think that was like one of they like super sick routines. I love that. Sorry, I'm going in the county. Sorry, I'm gonna go back. So y'all got me.
Bring it back.
So here it is, county. Okay. Sorry, diddy mode. Oh geez. Okay. Because I'm trying to make sure I'm in Broward. Oh, take me back to West Broward 2013.
Okay.
That was when Danielle I think that was her senior year. Now you know she's coaching there, but I think that was Danny her senior year there. With that routine was a routine to see.
Okay.
Give me Miramar. The year they won state was not last year, but the year before.
The year before,
yeah. It was the year before.
2022.
Mm-hmm.
That was like undeniable. They was consistent the whole entire season.
Absolutely.
Give me.
So we got 3 now. You only got 2
Oh,
more.
jeez. Oh no, I gotta go. I gotta give it to the girls. Core Glades. Give me two. I want to say 20. Like, hold on. Let me see something. Let me go with It gotta be the 27. Let me see that.
I knew you was thinking that era. I knew you was thinking that era.
2017, like that. That was like they boom, like they. I think that was that.
That's when Lynette. It was a couple of Lakes girls on that team when Lynette daughter was over there. I knew
Yeah.
you was in that era. I knew that's
So
what
that
you was
was like
doing.
they had a they was super
It was
strong
real
then.
strong.
And oh my, I have too many. I want to give it to. It was Dillard. It was the routine when they had the prop in their hand, the flag when they did the dance. I think it was
I
that
remember
was
that
the same year.
What year was
Was
that?
that either 20?
That was when it was Lanice them year. Even I don't think they even I don't know if they won state
Either
next year, but
17 or 16 or 17.
It was
there was
16.
16. Or
It was
he just put it in
16.
there.
Yeah, because
That
I
was
remember them.
that,
They
now,
had put the flags
yeah,
out.
because that was like the start of like everybody else had probably like a sign prop, but having a dance prop was like the big. That was I like that. That was like the shocker. I can go on because a lot of teams even who geez Louise was it? Hold on, was it?
I
I'm trying to
understand
see
it was
something.
16.
That's what I thought.
Even I'm trying to see. My little cousin was cheering for Piper. It was the year they went they were small. They went. I think they got second at state. I don't know if
State
it was that
runner-up?
year. That was a strong routine they put on. I think it was. You know what? No, I think that's when the year they did pop for Piper.
That was 2021, I think.
Something around that
Your
era.
first year doing Pop for Piper?
Yes, I think it was that. I think
That was
Was
because
it
he hasn't
2019 or
coached.
2021?
He didn't coach last year.
I think it was 2021.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Somebody said 22.
It was
what
20.
about okay.
No, 22 wasn't their first year doing Pop for Piper.
They
No.
did
It had to be
before that.
20 or 2020 or 2021. But I remember the routine because
It was
Kamisha was crazy
it
over Pop for Piper.
I surely was.
was good.
I surely was.
But I like that was the one
It
cheer
was
of
very
theirs
catchy.
that I really loved.
It was very
Listen,
catchy.
y'all
Yeah.
know catchy cheers is my
I
thing.
was surprised that they changed it, but that was a very catchy. Even though it probably like what you saying pop for, but it still was catchy. Everybody remembered it.
Mhm.
I know I'm gonna keep going, but I said Western.
Sports.
No, you didn't do a Western.
Western. I want to say even back then when they were was it cats.
Oh, CATS,
And it
cats,
was a very
cats,
large
cats.
squad. They
Wasn't that
routines.
2-3 years ago?
But I'm trying to remember. But it was
No,
like
I know what time he's talking about. He's talking about also in that late night, late
2000,
teens,
like
early
2013,
20s.
12, like in that era. Like they like
Mhm.
I like that Western. And also congratulations to them winning state last year. That was like they were very consistent that whole entire season
Uh-huh.
on winning state. So definitely them.
Oh, what about back in the day with Cooper City?
Cooper City Cowboys was the very catchy. They had a very catchy cheer.
Oh my God, what was
Even what's the name? Carter Gibbons.
Get Rowdy. Was it Get Rowdy with? Oh God, it'll come to me. Go ahead.
I know it was Cowboys. I know Cooper City
Yeah.
Cowboys they always had something catchy. Even Cardinal Gibbons, She's Forever. They always did that like they little cheer with She's Forever. I don't know because there's so many good things. I don't wanna. It was just because everybody had a season
Correct.
that was like because I'm like top 5. That's like hard because everybody has a moment where they don't do well, and
I
then they
agree.
just do because there's always a team that you like, dang, they ain't do good last season. Oh man, they just came back and just won state. So it's like
Your co-coach is on, Coach Hector. He said, Ruben.
what's up, Hector?
All right. So being that you did Broward County, we ain't gonna go years. What are your top 5 teams that you look forward to seeing at state in Florida?
Okay, geez Louise. Okay. Lake Mary,
Mhm.
very strong program. Because I'm looking at programs where I'm I'm a college coach now, so Lake
So where?
Mary,
You already know.
Mhm.
um, geez Louise. I love to see Bishop Snyder. I love to see West Nassau. I love to see a St. Brendan. I love to see a Bartram Trail. I back in the day it was Timber Creek. I
I used
love
to
Timber
Mm.
love
Creek.
them.
Back then.
What about
I so you haven't
dang,
had
the
your
team
eye
we
on
was talking about? We just
Strawberry
was talking
Crest?
about a couple of
Oh,
episodes ago
strawberry.
with
Oh, okay.
Light.
No, of course. You got a Strawberry Crest. Back in the day, it was a Sebring. Back in the day, it was
Fleming Island was a good one back in the day
Fleming
too.
Island. They used to always compete against Sebring. They was like they used to go toe to toe. Um, it was oh my goodness, what school? I
What is
got
the
about
school we was just recently talking about who did the lights
Doctor.
on their sign?
Oh, King's Academy. That's
There we
Palm Beach.
go, King's
That's
Academy.
Coach Jim.
Yes.
Back in the day, it was Coach Jim. Man,
You know
that's
what?
we still
Another
cool to this day. Then
Seminole
you got a
Ridge.
Seminole Ridge.
Yes.
Then
It's
you have a Bartow. Then it's so
it's
Florida is stacked.
Bartow is a college team. I just
That's why I
want to throw
say
that out there.
Florida
They're a college.
is stacked. That's why I say everybody has a team. Everybody has a season, and that's
mhm.
why I said Sebring in my early years, like the 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, like they were unstoppable. Nobody can touch Sebring, and they boys usually go to UCF
Okay.
or Florida State back in the day. So, and a lot of them now are staff.
Mm,
So you'll see them coming. Then you got Hudson. So
mm,
I remember
that's
her.
why I say that's why I'm like it's mind blowing because Florida is now
on the map.
a tough state to even say who's your top five because I'm like there's a co-ed, then you got a small co-ed, then you got a varsity, then you got a small
Correct.
varsity, got a large varsity. But teams I do look forward to, like I be like my mouth drop. I like to see Bartow.
Mm,
I like to see a West Nassau because they always doing something that you thought that wouldn't be done that you may
mhm.
think is illegal, but it's actually legal because they made it legal in some type of way or
Some way, shape,
form.
or form.
Lake Mary because they throwing up 7 stunt groups and all 7 girls doing the same thing and they all look alike.
Hmm. They always
Uh,
look like one person.
Bishop
Literally.
Snyder, they may have 2 stunt groups, but very creative in their intros and outros of they transitions of they stunts.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
Very,
love Bishop
very,
Snyder coach. She is
very.
a
I love her too.
sweetheart.
She's really cool.
Very clean as
I,
well.
um, right now the team I'm looking at now is Seminole Ridge. They definitely have a clean collegiate
Hmm.
co-ed look they have going
Mhm.
on. I love what they got going on because I'm looking at social media stuff, so I'm seeing
Mhm.
it. Um, oh my goodness, I like of course, St. Brendan been St. Brendan when St. Brendan been St. Brendan.
Yeah,
Um,
that
West,
has not changed.
West,
Y'all, okay, so we gotta stop right here because ain't nobody said my team.
what?
Oh my God! If you don't
LaSalle,
say LaSalle,
we do not forget crowns up with the Royals.
And listen. It's like if I say okay, let me go back. I like LaSalle. I like Pace because those are two that go neck and neck
my
because of
senior pay.
their categories. Because I like Pace because of their growth. I
Coach
know what they.
Coach Hector, I love you. I love
Oh,
you.
because he said Park Vista.
Yes,
Oh,
I see.
they peaked. They did 3 peak they did boom 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 boom. I forgot they Park Vista and they very strong. So that's why I said I don't want to feel like I'm because y'all got me on the spot because I don't want nobody beating me up. But that's why I say everybody has a season.
So
Mhm.
is it safe to say? I know we're not there yet,
Yeah.
but is it safe to say? Oh, and Hector did the cheer. He said, "Hey."
Hey,
Yo,
go
Vista.
Vista.
Okay,
Yes,
so
yes,
Hector
yes,
be
yes, yes,
on.
yes.
Hector be on because he know the cheer. But no, but is it safe to
Yeah.
say that Florida is becoming a cheer state?
Definitely. I want to say because of Florida has now entered into an arena which Florida been going to for a very long time to nationals, but Going versus being a contender is totally different.
Absolutely.
And last year, I was very proud of all the teams that went because the teams that went, we always knew that they would go and do well. Like you had West Broward, you had Western, you had Dillard, you had it was a bunch of teams that we've been watching for a very long time and being highly competitive teams, but just weren't going.
Yeah.
Correct.
For whatever reason. I know some
Mhm.
of them are financial reasons.
Yeah.
Some of them, it may be their girls are going on to All-Star. Now they making that transition over. But they haven't been going. And the way that they placed last year was like, all right, Texas, California, Midwest, y'all better watch out. Because Florida just took a lot home.
Yeah. You know what? And let me do this now. While I got the Bobcats in the chat before they start
Oh yeah,
scratching
they
me up.
sure Western didn't go. You're right.
So listen, so I'm gonna give West Broward I want to say the award for being tenacious because a lot of people, or just say a lot of coaches, or even a lot of team members on a team, will have given up after a big major competition like state. And I would say this: I talk to people all the time. I said it hurted me looking at or watching live because I knew what their routine looked like, and I knew how hard they worked for their routine to look what it was to look like, and not to get that opportunity to showcase it. But I always say this: you can always fight battles, but you can always win wars. You won the war, and I was so happy that they actually got a chance to go when they went to nationals. They actually won not just once, but twice, just to have that under their. I said, you know what, that routine deserved a medallion around their neck, and I'm so happy they were able to actually get it this time. And yes, I think Florida is because we're a strong state. I think we were very strong in the non-tum. We're very strong in the non-tumbling arena because a lot of states don't do non-tumbling. California do it. A lot of states on the west side of the United States, they do a lot of non-tumbling. So when you see them come, they go to NCA. And NCA non-tumbling is a whole different beast than UCA. If you look at NCA non-tumbling high school division, they like all-star girls in a high school uniform, and that's how their routines look. But with this, I say Florida's definitely making moves, and I'm so excited about what Florida's doing. I'm so excited.
So can we expect to see you at competitions this year?
I'm gonna definitely have my head peeked in. I want because I like to see. And I my thing is, I know when I see coaches, I've got coaches in my back pocket that I talk to all the time. I got coaches that that we have conversations outside of the coaching arena, if you want to say that. But I'm always giving pointers if I see something, because they always ask, Coach, what you think? Switch this up, change this up, strong routine, make sure you do this, clean this up, add this in there. I don't mind, because I'm not a gatekeeper. I feel like if you want to be great, ask people that you feel that can help you, versus because that's one thing I think that we missed in Broward County is the camaraderie, be able to actually help one another. And it's becoming so competitive to the point where we're afraid to extend help because we think that the help is going to actually surpass us, versus just giving them the help, because nobody can do your routine better than you. Is your routine.
Absolutely.
We've said that before.
Absolutely.
Like back in the day where it was kind of like, you battled it out locally, but when you went to state, it was Broward County versus everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see it as much as it used to be.
No.
And
yes, Hector Douglas definitely put on the show last year.
Oh, I love Douglas last year. I
they were
love
my favorites. They
so
were one of
much.
my favorites.
I like their growth. I like from saying, "Oh yes, Olympic height." Sorry.
Yes,
I love them.
I just was mad at state when they they little mistake, because regionals they put on a
yes.
show at regionals. When I say
They
flawless
did.
show, very confident, but that's why I say everybody have a season. Everyone have a season.
Being that you said that we're missing the camaraderie, have you ever thought about teaching a workshop to kind of implement these kind of things?
I don't mind it. But it's all
Wait,
about,
how do you teach somebody to come together?
listen,
I
just
mean,
like how you teach your kids to get along with each other. It's all about
You
listening.
look, I'm
And
going
how
old
you
school.
teach
We
your
gonna get
kids to
this big
go
old shirt, and you gonna put on one arm, and you gonna put on the
and
other arm, and
salute
now we
and
got to go
congratulate
together.
the teams that beat them.
And my thing is too, it's all about sitting. I've learned this. The only way you get better is to sitting at the table with other people that's better. I don't want to. If we all on the same ship and we still don't know what we're doing, we all gonna float to death. Versus if I want to hang out with people that I know that's gonna be better than me, I'm not intimidated by it. I've learned that a long time ago not to be intimidated by people that's greater than you, because that's the only way you get better. Why millionaires don't hang out with that on 100 else?
You always supposed to be the dumbest person in the room.
So when I walk in, I'm not saying I'm not gonna act like I don't know anything, because that's the only way you're gonna get in the room is if you know something. But I'm gonna make sure that I'm connected. And there's a lot of coaches. I'm not gonna say names because that's not I want to name drop. There's a lot of coaches that rub shoulders and rub elbows with the right people in this county. That's why they do well. And that's exactly, people don't understand that you have to get the right people in your back pocket. And I've learned that for years. In order to do well, you cannot be stingy with what you have, and also just be content of what you are as a coach. You have to remember, you have to excel. If you stay in the same position, you'll never grow.
I know that's right. So someone asks, would you be willing to do a coach's clinic?
Oh,
Yeah.
Ruben, before you answer that, remember you did it for what was the league at the time? Was it FYFL?
FIFL, yeah.
Oh, you did it, but you did it for Josh. And I was in that clinic. First of all, I don't know how them people got me to coach, but they got me to coach. And I hated it. I ain't even finished the season, to be honest. But you did that coach's clinic.
Yeah.
And the people was in there asking the craziest questions. I was like, I don't belong here. I don't belong here. And the way, and Ruben did such a good job at explaining stuff, but I don't know if it was because I know Ruben or because I knew the answers to the question. I could see in Ruben's heart that he was like,
And I strongly feel when, especially if you're a new coach and coming into this game, not from even from Little League, and I think y'all talked about this earlier before. A Little League coach need to make sure that they're actually connected with the high school coach.
You said that.
I believe high school coaches, not recruitment, because there's a difference. A high school coach need to be connected to a 13U, whatever you squads around in Broward County, so that when these girls come to high school, they already know their expectations. Because now when they come to high school, you have to teach and fix habits that you feel as a high school coach are not right.
Foundational cheer is damn near existent. I mean, it's exists.
Non-existent.
It's non-existent. I'm sorry. The foundation, just the basics of cheer, is pretty much out. It's going out the window.
But you know what, Coach Q? I think the advantage that I have, not even toot my horn, because I coached in 2008, where the basics was the basic, and that's what competition was back in the day, was a ground uphill stretch. And if you could double down, because you could double down back then, double down, we kicked double, we did things that it was like, saying, but you had to learn the foundation. It changed over time, like 2014 and up. They started, okay, now you can invert. Now you can release move. You can do all these different things now you can do now. I think because I coached then, that's why I think you have the coaches who've been winning state, because they were there in the beginning, in the trenches, what it looked like, and the foundation skills. Because if you don't have foundation skills, it's no way you'll be able to contend with the top people. I always tell people, please don't come here talking about you want a top gun routine and all you have is girls who never cheered before. That doesn't make any sense. As a coach, make sure that you rub the shoulders and get with people that can help you. especially in Little League. Don't be arrogant and thinking that you have it all together and you think that you're good. There's a difference between park good, high school good, college good. There are levels to all of, and all-star good. There's 4 different levels of what good is. And my good is definitely different from another coach's good. But you have to know the
Absolutely.
foundation.
Yes, Coach Hector, you cannot build a house without a foundation.
I know
Facts.
that's right. But I think that's something that we talked about before. I have to agree with Ernest a little bit when all they want to do is battle, and then high school has to clean and fix, because I think something I've noticed with Little League, they focus on just getting the stunt. Some teams just focus on getting the stunt up and not really caring about the foundation of getting it up and securing it. It's more so it's something we noticed.
They put too much in them 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah,
It's
it's
way
something
too
we
much.
noticed that
Like,
it's
They
something.
listen, they trying to cram in how much they can prove into. Listen,
yeah,
you only got one
that's
impression.
exactly what it makes it feel like. It's like you trying to prove something in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and it's
These
like
people said, listen,
Eyeballs are going crazy looking at all that stuff.
it's
the
so
people
much.
said, I got one time to show y'all that I can do all this in 2 minutes and 30 seconds to prove my point. I'm gonna
And I'm gonna
cram
do it all.
everything in one.
Crazy
And
like
Listen, by the time it get up, it's coming down. We
It's
don't
not
even
even
know
all the
what
way
it looks
up.
like. Wait, did they just?
But
It's
remember,
not-
we talked about that. We talked about that because even at state, we noticed that they focused on hitting the stunt, but not actually holding it. No real. What is it called? What is it? Is it execution?
That's the execution.
So
Mhm.
they focused on the execution of it. If I could just get it up, let it do what it do, and then bring it back down, they got the points for just putting it up at that point. When did we get to that point?
I would
There
say
we
this.
see the stunt at this point.
Even me
Child.
when I went to charter, and I'm like, oh my goodness, these girls are so good. But you remember the level of difficulty that charter did wasn't very high.
Mm-hmm.
It was the execution while we outscored everybody. And it's always been that. So if we got a second place, or one state because of the execution.
Mm-hmm.
Because you did think about it. Now you got three 360 switch ups to stretches now. People are not just doing it to libs anymore, they're doing it to stretches. So think about that. Charter you may do that as a 360 switch up and you may bobble. Charter may do a switch up just a regular switch up to a stretch and may not move. Execution 10, difficulty 5. Difficulty, you may get a 4.5, may get like in a 4 area because you did a 360 switch up to a stretch, but you bobble. Your execution score from a 10 now went to a 7. Charter don't went for their execution maybe a 9 because it's super clean, but their difficulty is a 3. I still just beat you by at least by almost a point.
Yeah,
Correct.
But
That's absolutely insane.
But if you're not hitting the skills that they are hard, but they're not moving. I always give the all-star program that I look at that they can throw difficult skills, but they don't move is Brandon Senior Black. When they did double ups, they never moved.
you know who else? Who else came to mind? And I just when you said that hit the skill and did not move, Prior Lake last year at Nationals.
Oh, I love Prior Lake.
Listen, I have never. You know how I love. I'm Dilla High School to the end of.
But I knew Prior Lake way prior to when I saw
Listen,
him. I said, "Oh, this is gonna be a good one."
That
Because
team
Prior Lake
had
don't
me in
move.
awe.
Their first performance. When I saw them, I said, I would gladly take second. There was no way. That team was freaking impeccable. They were amazing.
Listen, when I saw them the first time, I was like,
I couldn't move. I was just in a state of shock.
Well, we was in a group chat. We
was watching it together in like a little group chat. And we had Mimi was on with us, and we was just like, it really wasn't no words. Like, how do you talk about this team other than say that was amazing and move on? Like, it's really nothing to say. That 2 minutes and 30 seconds was the most flawless I've ever seen in my entire life.
I've been following them for years. They look like they're on the sideline. So that's why I always tell Your performance is first at your games. So when judges are looking at your routine, they're looking at, is this what it looks like at your game? Because now we're looking at your cheer, because your cheer should look like game day. And when you perform it, do it look natural. So when I see these girls on their sideline, on their social media, and they stunting the same way, because now they just putting their routine based around what they do on the sideline. I do hand to hand. So when they got the nationals, them hand to hands don't even budge.
I gave
And pop and
advice
just let
to
it
somebody.
smack to the top, not a press and push back up. Smack to the top, didn't move, and corkscrew down like it was like it just boom, 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 and then it was clean. Execution.
I gave
wins the
somebody
game.
that very advice. Whatever stunts you're doing in your routine,
Do them on the sideline.
do them on your sideline.
Because
Make
everybody
them
doing
a
the same
part of
stunts
your
now.
game day. Because, and I mean, let's be real. It's not many good football teams in South Florida right now. So who are you really cheering for? I mean, like you gonna cheer. You gotta cheer because that's your job.
Yeah.
But you can also be throwing up stunts. You can make it fun and basically be doing game day on the sideline, which is what you really should be doing anyway.
Yeah.
But like incorporate your routine into your game so that you're not just practicing from 6 to 8, 8:30, 9 earnings. We had this conversation a
It
little while
becomes
ago.
it becomes second
Like
nature.
right, it's something that you're doing. And then the people that I told this to, they were saying that they had girls that either had never cheered before in a big competition, or they cheered for leagues that weren't really good. So all of this stuff was new. Your sideline time is your practice as well. Use it.
I would
Use
say
it.
this
You
now
could
because
you could do a good DHS and throw up a stunt real quick. And I say DHS because Dilla, I'm clearly not
Right.
telling Dilla.
yeah,
But like you can do a color show and throw up some stunts.
In between quarter changes.
I think it's different now because back then, because skills was being like being thrown in like in that 2014, 15, 16, 17 era, new skills was being built in, so everybody didn't want to showcase that they got these new skills. Now the skills is what the skills are now. It's no more movement, because right now basically you actually throwing skills that colleges are actually throwing
Right.
without doing a double down out of the skill. Like literally, that's what colleges are doing, the same skills that they're throwing. So you can easily do this on the sideline, so that when it comes to the 2 minutes and 30 seconds in front of people, it's natural. They're not looking, they're not scared. They don't like deer in headlights. They're not praying that they stunt hit. And as a coach, you're not on the side with your fingers crossed and hoping that they hit. You build a foundation. I would say this: me being at FAU on our sideline, our girls those skills. We give each stunt group, you could showcase your skills, what you've been working on all week. You got to rewind to the top, throw it. You got a high full around, throw it. You got to
I love that idea.
So each stunt group doing their own thing. So when they going. So we give them that time. So when we say, okay, now we get ready to incorporate certain skills, it's natural. They're not afraid to throw it. So when we in practice, okay, as
It's
a
like
whole
second
squad,
nature at this point.
let's go ahead and do rewinds to the top. As a whole squad, we're going to go ahead and warm up, because before we got out, after we did tryouts, we did a foundations week. So with our foundations week, that's when we built foundations with the new group that just came in. This is college. We
I
started at
love that
literally
idea though.
we did straight extensions. These
Right.
girls coming from all-star programs and all this stuff, they can do all this crazy stuff. But now you got to learn how to mesh together. And this is college. How are we going to build this foundation together?
It's one of our favorite male cheerleaders.
Hi, Joelle.
How you doing, Joelle?
Hey, Joelle.
That's Joelle from Western.
Yes, it's one of our faves right
One
here.
of our favorites.
So I think that once you build that foundation of your squad and knowing where they are, you can build that, because you got to learn foundation versus learning the routine.
Absolutely.
But I noticed what you were saying about doing your stuff on the sideline,
Yeah.
throwing your skill on the sideline,
Hmm.
because my son was at UM the first 2 years. Their cheer program is not good. However, now he's at UCF where they like one of the top tier when you're talking
Yeah,
about
they're
college
really good.
cheer programs, in consistency, should I
Yeah,
say.
they look good.
And that's what they do.
Mhm.
Like they are literally throwing skill the entire game. Like, of course, they're gonna do their defense. They're gonna do they gonna do they game they chance. They're gonna do, they little spirit stuff. However, if you look this way and look back, you got somebody throwing a skill. And now during timeouts is I actually enjoy timeouts at college games now because I get to see real cheerleaders.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Mhm.
And college was so different because not even just to get off the topic, but college was so different because I didn't know it was a whole production for pregame.
Mhm.
High school, it was the band. The pregame for us was the marching band was coming in, and all you did was bring the
Run
boys
them
on
back
the
to
field
yeah,
and run
run
off the
them
field and get are you ready to get started.
field.
That was
Right.
That's it.
when I
Yeah.
got I said, hold up. I said, we gotta go practice on a football field for
With
what?
the
That's why I got to
band.
get ready for pregame. I said, what is I said, I've been here for all this long time now. I said, but I was there last comp season, but coming into this season, so I got to see the football aspect and everything. I was like, we got to do what they said. We got to prepare for how we was doing like the practicing like the performance and stuff. I said we got to go out there and practice with them. They said, yeah, we got to practice with the band. We got to practice with the production, how things is going to be, the videotape. I said this is crazy, but I love it because it's like a big old
Yeah.
Mhm.
it's so big and I love it. I was like, wow. So now I get to understand. So when I do talk to people and say, hey, your girls got to, or your guys got to be ready for college, because they're not just at our school, it's other big schools that's doing the same thing.
I
It's a
saw it.
total different
Yep.
realm. That's why I said, if you ever want to go to a college game or you want to mimic, high schools need to start now mimicking what game day looks like from a college perspective. How you run in production wise and all that. So when they do try out for college team, it flows like butter.
Yeah.
It's natural. So when I say I love it, I love especially pregame. I love it because they get to do their stunts. They get to showcase as a uniform squad what it looks like together. It's really good.
Like what I noticed too, like you said, the production part, you got pregame, and then you got the timeouts where a couple of the girls or the boys have to go and congratulate somebody and do an honor. And then
Mhm.
you got the certain time periods where you got to do the color shot with with the whole stadium.
And
It's a lot.
the shirt
It is
throwing, all
really
that stuff.
it
That's
is
why I
a
say
lot.
I
thank
love
you,
it
Hector.
though.
Thank you, Hector, for allowing me. It's little old me to be there because I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
That's awesome.
So
Awesome.
I think my last thing I want to ask is this. I'm gonna be a little messy right now.
Ah,
Your 10
No,
years,
no, 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 no.
bring
Okay,
it back
I'm back.
down.
I'm back.
So your 10 years at Stranahan,
Yeah.
your best team that you coached there.
Oh shoot.
Ooh.
Okay, so
Yeah,
listen,
on the
and
spot.
you
I
know you
got
know
you
what?
on the
And
spot.
I'm gonna say this because I know this coach loved this era. Ernest loved when I had Q and Raven. They always from Lakes.
Mhm.
To me, and they supposed to won state that year. Kings Academy beat us. We got second.
Mm.
If I had that group with that heart, and I was back in high school coaching
Oh,
high
you
school,
talking about Raven
Raven Gray,
Gray.
that
Oh.
era when I had LaCara and I was
Give no shout
no
out. Shout them girls out. Shout them
listen,
out.
listen, that squad of was it had to be 11, what my 11 or 12, 20 or 12, 11 around that era, that LaCara, Raven, Q, Andrea, Alex. It's so many. It was like we had a squad of about 20 at that time, like 36, because I always had other stunt groups on the side waiting, but only 25 or 26 hit the floor. That was the squad. If I had that squad as a high school coach right now with that heart will be unstoppable. Because they was bad then. They were really good. But they to me, I think that's the difference. The heart is totally different from that era. Those girls back then didn't mind getting in the mud. I think they
Get
go.
from the bud. Mhm.
I think that era, that's when Ernest was just transitioning from Ely going into coming to Dilla. So he had that group of they was babies at that time, them Lakes babies. But I had the ones that the older generation graduating coming in.
Okay.
So that right there, that era, when I say I can have that, and I guarantee you, if you ask any coach the same thing, they're not gonna say this era generation of girls. They're gonna go back to the era where they know that the hard work, the dedication, the cry, the blood, the sweat, the tears they put into the squad, and how dedicated those girls were then. They wish they can have that now. Even if they won state championships and rings, they'll have that squad back.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
Look, you see what he just
He
said?
said 11 to 16
216
era.
era. Mm-hmm.
And to me, that was that competitive season in Broward County. That season at non-tumbling, that's when we had a lot of tumbling. Like Flanagan was tumbling, Cooper City was tumbling, Monarch was tumbling, Western tumble. Geez, Louise, it was so many squads because you knew like, okay, we ain't got to go against them. They good. They tumble, but you had the non-tumbling squads. It was that was totally different. I'd rather have, just like Ernie said, I'd rather have heart than talent because I can teach talent anytime. Heart, you don't mind getting busted in the nose and say, okay, put me back in, coach. Not busted
I know
in the
that's
nose.
right.
I'm going home, or my nose running. I gotta go home, or something just happened, or I gotta go home, or my mama said it wasn't that. Mama's was don't call me. You stay right there. You practice. You put in that work. I don't want to hear nothing. All I want to hear is that we won. That's it. Totally different.
It's definitely different now.
Definitely. Definitely. You definitely notice the difference in the cheerleaders now versus back then. Cause boy, I tell you, they find any and everything.
Too many excuses. But
Yes.
I think when we go back to that, and I can see that it's changing, trying to get back to that. Once we get back to that, we'll definitely be an unstoppable county. And I think that right now we're moving to that in that space where we're getting back to that part of it. I think we still have work to do, but it's just that we have to put in the work as a county, as a whole, to get back where we didn't get scared. We wasn't scared to compete against each other. We wasn't scared to hey, I see you on the blue mat. No problem. Let's go. We're gonna take it there. But still, at the end of the day, guess what? Give each other a hug. You deserve that. You beat us today. I see you tomorrow. That's how it was. I see you next time. I see you on that state. Good luck. And guess when we at state, we all on the floor cheering for each other.
Absolutely.
I missed that part of it because those teams up North Florida, all on the floor cheering for each other. Central Florida, all on the floor cheering for each other. But Broward County, we do this too much. I think once we do this, we do more of this and less of this.
Better.
It'll be so much better. And I think that once we get back to that place of it, it'll be a breath of fresh air. That's why I don't like going to the competitions, though. I like it, but it was. I think that it's different now.
That definitely. That's very obvious. It's becoming more and more obvious, so to speak. Oh goodness, this has been great. We've been on for an hour and a half. Time flies.
It's been just rolling. Just
And
rolling.
it was a little nostalgic just talking to Ruben. You kind of got to think back to those years. I remember, going to the first state championship and just,
That was a very far ride.
God, that was good. Yeah, we had a good time that time.
Which state? Which one? You talking about Tallahassee?
No, Tampa.
It was Tampa for us.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
USL.
Gainesville. Yeah.
Yeah, it was at USF first. That was our first time ever going to the state championship.
Oh, with the USF, yeah.
I was
Mhm.
had in
Did,
that van.
did we win? Oh,
I
no.
think
So,
We didn't get to
What
see
year?
y'all
What year was
because
that?
y'all were
oh no,
1A.
Renee.
we didn't get to see 1A that year.
So what year was that though?
20 either 2014,
That was
2013,
if it was
2014.
2014, we won. 2013, that's when we were small.
Okay,
So
I can't remember
2014,
what
that's
that
the year
was.
we won.
We've been going for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, that was my first year of going when we was at Tampa was at USF.
Hmm.
I want to say either 2013 or 2014.
A time was had in that van.
Listen, that
Time.
is our girls' trip.
Listen,
Now it's a cheer chatter trip, but that
it-
was our
oh,
girls' trip.
we always told our families we are off limits. We told our
We
jobs we is gone. We
We
out.
love it. Like it's crazy now that the people that we watch do this and we were just kind of sitting back and watching it. We now interact with on kind of a regular basis now that we have this podcast. And
Correct.
it it's almost like, dang, you get to really like rub elbows with the people you've always admired.
Somebody
So
somebody calling out Ernest.
what? Oh, he said his favorite team.
11 to 16, he said. 11,
No, he
2011 to
said
16.
23 was his favorite
Oh,
team because they had hard like the 11 through 16
that
era.
was our baby team.
Mm,
And
mm.
then yeah, it's a lot going on. Uh Adisa, I'm sorry, I said that so wrong. Jelani said next y'all need to interview Dillard and then Somerset Canyon. See, you've been talking about Somerset Canyon this whole time. So
What
since
Somerset
you
King
know
slide in our
Somerset Canyon,
I see.
you
I,
hook
I
it up.
follow them now. I follow Somerset.
Well,
Hook it
go ahead.
up.
Well, let's do it. Somerset King is
We've
in
been trying to get an interview with Ernest since
since 3 seasons ago. Ernest. Not to call you out or anything, but yeah.
Well, he always said once he step away is
Nobody
when
got
he
time.
will.
Nobody got time to
He
wait for
said
that.
once he step away is when
Nobody
he
got time.
will.
You ain't got time for that. The people want it now.
okay, well, I was reading her name and what it say on her Instagram. I don't know the people behind the names.
He's about well,
Like,
I
if
got
she want me to call her area, she gonna have to put area as her name on there.
Ernest. Is that 5 years from now? Because
Ernest is being smart.
Well,
You don't want to be a walker. You can't. You remember you still coaching, and you don't want to slip up and
partially,
say the wrong thing. That's the
but
people.
But
I'm just
we've
he could put the
asked them
30
to
up
do it
like you
after the
did.
season.
okay. I ain't got nothing to worry about. So
Yeah. But we've asked him to do it after the season.
Give me the questions first. Really?
Now you know these questions do not all come
Are not
yeah,
pre-planned.
some of them be off the dome as the things are rolling. We just go. You tell us what you don't want us to ask you.
There it is, right there.
and because we know this is our brand, we know we ain't gonna be too much
of
because it's
course,
our
yeah.
brand.
Of course not.
Yeah, because
But
I
we
don't
do
even
want
notice
we want the tea though. We do want the tea.
The piping hot tea. So,
Mm-mm.
Ruben, when does y'all competition season start for FAU?
Around the springtime.
Okay.
We get everything situated now, but springtime. But we go to nationals in I believe April. I know Hector online. Make sure I'm not wrong, Hector. in April. So we just getting ready to get set up and get prepared for that shortly.
Okay.
But
No, no.
I'll make sure
Oh,
follow our page because FAU cheer, follow our page so you can see what we're doing now, like showcasing different things. And we also do stunt clinics.
okay.
So high schoolers are definitely welcome to come. And we just did our first college prep clinic. And college prep is like for the senior kids who's looking forward to cheer for college and hopefully probably come to FAU,
Okay.
and current students or transfer students who are looking forward to like to come to FAU so they get to learn our style. So
Nice.
we just did it on what's the day? Sunday. So yesterday we did our college prep yesterday. It was successful too. We had a great time.
Awesome. Well, be sure to invite us sometime. We would love to see it.
Got
So
it.
what would you consider is different as far as y'all style compared to other colleges? Because you said y'all style, so I'm just trying to get a
I
feel for
think
what you
I
mean.
think we across the board with colleges, saying everybody has the same when it come down like execution being clean. But we South Florida, so we still got to have a little spice to it.
Right.
So we do a lot, like our stuff is more on like the fast pace, moving groove. We have a good time with it, but we know how to turn it on and off too. Because when you got to go compete, you got to keep it very clean, execute what you have to do. But other than that, like everybody's literally doing the same thing. It's all about like where you're going. Like, are you going to a University of Alabama where you know what it looks like and the skills you have to have in order to be there. But stay tuned. We're gonna be we're moving up. So I'm excited about what's getting ready to happen.
Swag, guys. I hear you, Hector.
Clean
Oh,
with
I've
us.
never had the opportunity to ask this question, but since you're a male coach and you coach
Yeah.
on the college level, what do you think about Texas A&M's crowd leaders?
What? Okay, hold on. Help me out with that one. It's
So
the
Texas A&M has guys.
yeah.
They are in all white, kind of look like milkman outfits.
Okay.
And I'm done.
And all day. No, seriously, they do. That's the best explanation
That's
I
the
can
best
give.
explanation you can come
That's
up
all
with.
I got. And they kind of go all the way back to the origin of cheer because it's only males.
Yeah.
And they just kind of tell the crowd what to say. It's more of chanting from the crowd than it is from the team. And they're literally spread all around the stadium.
You know what? Okay, so at our stadium, we have a group that they do the same thing, but they have a microphone. They have their own section. And they either be colored or they have on they big letters. They can say FAU owls or owls. They be whatever they want to have. They can have on a bikini bottom that's painted all day. They could be in flamingo outfits. They could be
Oh
whatever it
God.
is. Oh, there it is. It's called FAU Prowlers. Hector just put it on there. FAU Prowlers. Literally, like they have the whole section lit up. And they
Oh, Isha, prowlers, owls, prow.
I get
So
it.
FAU Prowlers. So like if
Y'all
it's a
are
game going
terrible.
on, and if
Y'all
it's
know I
like
like
something
stuff like
happens,
that.
But
We
it's
were
like
kind
talking
of
if
about
like
that at the game, Isha. Remember?
kind of like what UCF has with Nightmare.
maybe,
But
but
no,
it's
but you
it's
know, they don't
cool.
have no people like that. You talking about the name itself, like the nightmare.
The play
They
on the
use
name, the play on the
the play
mascot.
on the name.
Yeah, to play on the mascot. Because I was like, oh, FAU prowlers. I see what they
Yeah.
Yeah,
did
because
there.
FAU mascot is
Ah,
Nitro.
yes, that's what it was. Nitro.
Now I gotta look up the FAU Prowlers because I want to see if it is similar. But when I went to Texas A&M and saw one of their games when Angelique was still at UM, it was weird to me. It was really weird. It was kind of cultish. I don't know. I don't know how to. It was weird.
How Sway?
Y'all just got to look it up.
I'm
Look
gonna look it
up
up.
Texas A&M male cheerleaders. They called them. I want to say crowd leaders. I think, but if see boys that have on milkman outfits, you got
Oh
the right
God,
people. But it's Texas A&M.
I can't.
I think every school probably has something different, but
Yeah.
in the
In
same
the same
realm.
similar
If
sense.
they were in a similar sense. But I think theirs is probably like they probably go with the traditional, like way when Herky was first
Right, when
started
Herky was
cheerleading.
cheering, that's what it
That's
kind
what
of
it looks like.
gives.
So, yeah, so that's probably what it is. So they probably
They
like
look
paying
like
homage.
Isha, you're right. They do look like they have on milkman outfits.
I'm done.
They literally have on all white. I think they wear a burgundy belt. Yes.
And guess what? I guarantee you, it's probably by 70 to 80 boys trying to try out for them little 5 or 6 spots.
No,
It's
it's
how big
really
it
like
is.
120 because it's I think it's maybe like 30 of them. When I say they're literally all around the stadium, there is not a spot in the
They're
stadium
called
that
Yale
they're not
leaders.
at. They're called what?
Yale leaders.
There we go. Yale leaders. That's what they're called.
Like they
Okay.
have a whole routine they're doing.
Like they be doing little,
The Texas A&M male cheerleader.
and then the crowd knows what to say back.
So I think I was just different. Our boys don't do they own little section. They just call them FAU Prowlers.
Right.
That is
That's
it.
why I'm like trying to explain it the best way I
Yeah.
can because I don't think they are the same.
I've never seen it like that, but I know our boys. Okay,
See,
I
yeah,
see
they
it.
look like.
Formed in 1907, when it was an
See,
all-male
it gives that old school like Herky.
Mhm.
That's what it's probably what it is. Just paying homage to the old school way of doing it. That's probably
Yeah.
how they cheer back in the day, though. And they
Yeah.
kept the tradition.
No.
The video just said that they have a criteria for all of the Yale leaders. They all have to have a certain look because they are there to entertain the women in the crowd.
So all American look. No, for real.
And you know Texas A&M
Clean-
is a military
clean-
school.
Yeah.
Clean face, nice. The hair can't be long. A nice haircut.
Yep.
Well,
They
got
all look
the all American
all
look.
pretty much look alike.
That I get. That's the
Got to be
requirement.
a certain height, certain size. Yep.
It's
That's
different in college.
Very
Interesting. I
different.
know.
love it.
I have to admit something to y'all.
Oh Lord, I'm scared.
I have been secretly watching the
Step and shake.
girls from Virginia Union.
Oh, VU.
What I forgot what they call again. The
The woo woos.
woo woos.
Yeah.
I've been secretly watching them.
You've been watching Slump and Shake?
This the woo woos.
Listen, I like.
No, ma'am.
See, I know now
No,
we're going to stop and shake because y'all talking about a whole other subject. Now we're gonna be on here. We got to get ready to go soon because we've been on here for an hour and 47 minutes. But listen,
And I'm
You got to
sleepy.
Pass this. You have been watching Slump and Shake?
she likes it.
No,
It's-
her and East have been living
I like the woo woos.
diehard hate for Slump
I
and
like
Shake.
the woo woos. I like them. The woo woos have sucked me in.
You do not get
That's
a
it.
pass.
There's a requirement for the woo woos.
Yes. You have
Shortcut,
been
no
watching
weave.
Stump and Shake.
Listen, I have when I say and when it goes to like another video of a Stuff and Shake, I completely I just get mad.
Ma'am. No, ma'am. You do not get a pass for that one. No, ma'am. No.
Okay. I apologize.
You've been watching Stump and Shake.
I
And
have-
I have it on video.
No.
Proof.
I have been watching the
I'm looking at
woo
you,
woos.
I'm
Let's
looking at you,
I
let's
have-
make this clear. I have been
I'm
watching
not
the
there
woo-
yet.
You've been watching Stump and Shake.
I've
I'm
been
not there
watching the
yet.
woo woos. That's it.
You heard it here first. She's been watching Stump and Shake.
I've been watching the woo woos.
Same thing.
No.
I'm not there yet. But for the sole purpose of our bids, I said that I am going to because I do want to give bids to teams for Stump and Shake.
And I actually recommended a team. I did reach out to the team and everything. I'm just waiting for them to respond back. But
Did you reach out to the team that I sent?
yeah,
The team that's in my backyard?
there was 2 teams that you sent. They're not.
Yeah.
We can't communicate with them via inbox. So I've had to comment on something to see if we can get them to follow us, so that way we can start the dialogue. But I did see
I'm gonna
one
just go
thing.
to the people practice. No, I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm lying. I'm not.
Listen,
I'm not.
pull up.
They right in my backyard, literally. Like I can literally take this laptop and walk outside, and I'll probably still be connected to my Wi-Fi.
So let's do that. Why don't we do that?
Somebody's watching your face, Ish.
Because my face was stuck because I'm not there yet.
She's watching.
I'm not. I don't. I think for me with the woo woos, it was just like
Excuses.
it's the overall look, the haircut, the slouch socks, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just something about them, and I'm like,
Excuses.
they were they're, but I can't watch nothing else. If
Stump
they're
and
not
shake.
the woo woos, I'm not watching it.
You are watching it, ma'am. You're watching Stump and Shake, ma'am.
You're a stomach shaker. You're a stomach shake lover.
I'm a woo woo. I like the woo woos. See, this is why I shouldn't have said nothing,
Who
y'all.
been raising his hand?
I like Stump and Shake. I'm a HBC. I graduated from HBCU, so I was used to it when I went to go basketball games to Clafton, Voorhees. Our small HBCU, so we used to go out of town and see him in basketball games to stump the hole. When I say stump a hole in the
Thank
gym
you,
floor,
Ernest.
Nobody's
Ernest. Ernest get it.
No, he does not. He doesn't count. Anyway,
I can appreciate. Well, not appreciate. I can understand stump and shake at a basketball game. Like I'm not offended by it at a basketball game.
I can see it at a basketball game. I can't see it at the football game. But the woo woos are.
She finna make an excuse.
But, okay, so can I ask this question? Do the woo woos do defensive offense cheers? Because I haven't really seen no defensive offense with stump and shake.
They do.
Woo-woos do defensive offense. They do a lot of spirit as well, and they do a lot of, you know what I'm saying, offensive defense and everything. It's just a totally different. Like if I would have saw the woo-woos first and then see the other forms of stump and shake, I would be I'm like, what? What are they doing? This is not what the woo-woos do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is not what they do.
That's a part of why I kind of don't like, well, not kind of. There's a part of why I don't like stump and shake. Because most of it is that I have witnessed is trash talk. Like, when y'all want to the team behind y'all, like they over there, they running the ball, they finna score a touchdown, and y'all talking about you can't get like us. They don't want to. They don't even hear y'all. They on the other side of the field. Cheer for them boys.
That's how I feel. And they like it was a totally different, you know what I'm saying? Like it just was a different look, and I got it. I got the whole purpose of the stump and shake because the woo-woos were actually, I understood what they were saying. They didn't sound like like they out of breath. It was clean. I heard the words. I got it. The beat was catchy. I got it. I was like, okay, I like the woo-woos. I've been watching them, but I can't get into anything else.
I hear you.
Okay, maybe I'll watch a woo-woo this week.
Shout out to the woo-woos.
That's a whole different segment.
Whole different segment.
Well, all right, y'all. I'm tired.
And we've been talking.
Has been an absolute pleasure to interview. This conversation is, like Q said, it was very nostalgic. Kind of brought us back to our cheer days. Hearing your story and your crossover and being a legend and in my opinion, a vet in this cheer game.
I appreciate that.
And being one of our loyal fans. We absolutely adore you.
Oh God.
Don't do it. I'm an owl 2 times, 20 class of 2012 and 2018. Me.
Congratulations on that.
But any parting words for any of the coaches, any of the cheer programs, anything you would like to say before we sign out?
You get what you get out of it. You put in what you get out of it. If you are in it, don't take it lightly. Remember that the girls and the guys that you have with you on the sideline, sometimes this is their outlet. So help them out, treat them as such. This is a mental break for a lot of them. I just know that's what it was for me being when I was at Stranahan. That's what it was for a majority of the girls. Keep yourself up to date with what is in. Rub shoulders and elbows with the right people. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be too arrogant and too cocky to actually want to actually extend your help and everything like that. Be prepared for what's to come. Be up to the with the new stuff, and I'm available. You can always DM me at coach_Rue on Instagram, and I'm just excited for you guys on your season 3 chit chatter. I'm excited for what's to come. I know y'all had your big announcement last couple weeks ago, but there's
Yeah.
gonna be some major announcements coming in y'all future. I speak it now.
Thank you.
With
Yes,
chit
Speak
chatter.
it.
I told you
Speak it.
I'm a man of God, so that's the first thing. That's why I said that's the first thing I do. But I do see something great coming out of this. I think you guys are the voice for the voiceless here in Broward who have the questions but are afraid to actually ask those questions, but they feel comfortable doing it here on the segments to ask it. So and they hope that they get the answers that they need in just a network. And I think this is a whole huge big networking platform as well. So I think that this is going to be a great pointer for a lot of people to actually tune in. I think you guys are going to go beyond just here. I think this is going to go far. I believe it. I believe it will be, as long as you guys put the work in to continue to do what y'all do now, which is some great stuff. And I'm happy that I was able to actually extend my knowledge, my gift, my talent, whatever I have to actually put out. And I'm definitely not. I'm available next time y'all want to use me again for another segment.
Hey,
So I enjoyed
definitely
it.
will.
So I'm definitely available. Just let me know whatever Sunday y'all have available, and I'm here.
I
Awesome.
think I want to do a post competition season episode with you.
Okay.
I would love
I mean, you
that.
got to let me know. You got to tell me. Please watch. Go live. Watch it.
No, I'm
See
talking
it.
about your
We want
competition.
your opinions when we give
No,
our season
no, no,
wrap.
no, 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 no. I'm talking about post college competition. I
Uh,
want to
That's
see
all the
how
way in April. That's after April.
And we
right.
said that we're gonna plan on going to
Daytona.
Daytona because we all want to. We've never been. I went one time when I was in Daytona when I was in school,
A whole
but
different beast.
I listen.
I
If it's
love it.
anything remotely close to what it was back then, I need to be there.
and that's supposed to be Q birthday weekend too.
Turn up, turn up. Ooh, ooh,
Oh, we get some thune, y'all. Get
ooh.
some
Get some
thune.
thorns, thorns, thorns. Listen, if y'all follow me, Q, or K, there is it might not be no there no more because it was on the story. There is a whole video, probably multiple, of me dancing at some point about food all the time. Every time we get
All the
food, I
time.
have a dance.
She
It
has
may
a dance.
resurface, so randomly watch it. I am definitely a fat girl at heart. So if y'all
I
ever want
still have
to
to
send me
fuck
a
with a pig.
gift, I take Uber gift cards, DoorDash gift cards.
The one from
Flight
the
flight gift cards.
Oh, I need flight gift cards, and I fly everything. I do not
Send me your
discriminate.
mile points.
I do not discriminate on airlines. I need flight gift cards. Any
Mm.
travel agents, flight
Hit us,
attendants.
hit us up.
Thank you so very much, Coach. We appreciate you. We
Appreciate you
thank you so
guys.
very much. And everybody that was watching, that participated, that commented,
Thank
we
y'all.
thank you all so very much for sitting here for these 2 hours hanging out with us
And they
because we
been
was
here.
talking.
We was
Well,
talking.
listen, I know y'all have said that this was one of y'all favorite segments. Y'all really enjoyed it. We take suggestions. We
Yes.
do. Because
Ideas,
we
top.
finna have a open moment, a honest moment. It be on Sunday, and we be like, "What we gonna talk about today?"
You ain't never lied.
Like, and we just flow with it. So if y'all have any segment ideas that y'all want to have, please share.
Topics
We're
that
open
you
to
want to
it. We
cover.
don't mind long as it don't get us banned.
If you're open to being interviewed, hit us up.
Yes,
So
coaches.
we
We
would
we
love it.
definitely want to interview some more coaches. Um Always like, share, subscribe. When y'all get on, share the live so other people will get on.
And we have all these bids. We trying to give them away at this point. Not saying like give them away to anybody, but if you know a team that is deserving to go to a national championship, to go to Infinity's Americans Cheerleading Cup, inbox us.
Yes, because we've reached out to people that have not commented back.
Yes.
And we're waiting on them. However, we can't wait forever. So if you know a team that is deserving of a bid, please let us know, because these teams clearly either they don't want to go or they just don't check their stuff.
Yeah, and this is and I'll say this is an amazing opportunity for teams who want to get that exposure, who want to compete on another level. This is a great way of of getting there. So if you know a team, you want to recommend a team, hit us in the inbox, or you can email us at cheerchatter23@gmail.com, so that way we can give these teams this opportunity to compete on a national level. Okay, so we're looking for teams. Let us know, recommend, hit us up. We want to give these bids to these deserving teams who could use this exposure. Okay, so with that being said, everyone, thank you again so much for coming and hanging out with us for these past 2 hours. But we gotta go. So with that being said, everybody, good night and cheerfully yours.